All right, last What's on the Shelf Wednesday episode of the year. I got a bunch of requests to try this one. It seems to be a bit of a cult favorite. Not sure how true that is, but I do remember when this bottle was announced. Now, this is the Jim Beam Winter Reserve Limited Edition, said to be gently spiced for winter nights. Let's see what this is all about. Stay here. It's the Mash and Drum. It's What's on the Shelf Wednesday. What's up, folks? I'm Jason C, and welcome back to What's on the Shelf Wednesday here on the Mash and Drum, the series where I bring you quick reviews of whiskeys you can actually find on the shelf, including bourbons, rye, scotches, Irish whiskeys, and more. Appreciate the support, everybody. Please subscribe and like the video and help me keep climbing to that 100,000 subscriber milestone as we get towards 2025. All right, so according to Jim Beam, the Winter Reserve is aged for 6 years and finished in 2 toasted barrels, which elevates the bourbon by offering a smooth flavor profile with notes of sweet vanilla, cinnamon spice, and a hint of clove that captures the essence of winter. Get this poured. I don't know, every time I read the word smooth, I can't say it with a straight face. So I was reading some posts online about this bottle, and people were kind of admitting that this is the bottle that they don't like to admit that they really love, but they are really digging it. And for $26, I'm not sure how limited of a release this is going to be. They're going to bring it back every year around Christmas time, around holiday time. We will see. So let's see what it is. Here we go. Initially on the nose, it's beamy. You know, it definitely smells like Beam. It's got the peanut funk on it. I do think there is some of the clove there. It's very heavy on the baking spices, and maybe that's what they were going for. All right, let's give it a try. Cheers. Now I could see where the vanilla warming spice thing comes in, because it is very heavy on the vanilla, maybe hints of marshmallow there from those double toasted barrels. But yeah, this is a very sweet type of sipper. When you look at the bottle, it's obviously playing towards a certain market when it comes to the proof point at 86 proof and giving you kind of those warming winter spices, especially around this time of year, like I mentioned. So I do think there is some of that to be said here. You know, the toasting tries to mask the beaminess of this a little bit. It's still there. You still get that quintessential nuttiness that Jim Beam has. However, yeah, the vanilla profile is just, you know, elevated. It reminds me a little bit of the Basil Hayden toast, but with more spice to it. And actually, this is a higher proof than the Basil Hayden toast when you think about it. So it actually has a little bit more of a spice-driven note, especially on the back of the palate. Is it great? No. Is it good? I don't know if it's good. Is it solid? It's solid. So I did want to pick this up because I had a cocktail at a friend's house who was using this in their old fashioned. Now I like a good black walnut old fashioned, especially around this time of year. And they had added some of this Winter Reserve in it. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And then it kind of came back to me once they announced it or seeing the label on TTV. I think that Jim Beam here is hitting a specific market, only 86 proof. Use it for the holidays. Use it in, like I said, old fashions, winter punches, whatever you want to put, you know, some good bourbon in. I don't know. I think anybody going into this looking for this bourbon to be like a mind-blowing experience, I think is asking a little bit too much. However, what Jim Beam has done here, I think, is make it something unique for the market at an affordable price. But as far as my favorite kind of budget bottles that Jim Beam has done recently, it's all about that Jim Beam Black Label 7-year, which I think is an absolute great bourbon for the price. This, however, a little bit more gimmicky. It's fine. But if you do decide to pick one up, I would highly recommend to try it in an old fashioned. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this quick review for the Jim Beam Winter Reserve, limited or special edition, whatever you want to call it. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that subscribe button below. Please hit the like button, and if you haven't yet, find me on Instagram. Let me know down in the comments if you've bought this one, and also let me know what are those bourbons or whiskeys that you don't like to admit that you like so much. I'm trying to find mine right now. What's the bourbon that I don't like to admit that I love? I don't know if it's so much a whiskey, but the Jack Daniel's honey or the Wild Turkey honey, liqueur, whiskey, whatever you want to call it. Man, do I like to mix those with lemonade. And I'll also admit Crown Royal Blackberry is the bee's knees. I love that stuff. All right, so now it's your turn. Let me know down in the comments about those whiskeys, liqueurs, bourbons that you don't like to admit that you love as much as you do. And with that said, like I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share it with. Cheers, and I'll see you next time right here on The Master and Drum. And happy Thanksgiving. Cheers, guys.